Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. We are here to help you see the new you. I am Ellen Perez, your host. Woman at Work, ang galing mo, panalo ka. Yes, hello everyone. Good morning. Yes, and welcome once again to Woman at Work. Siyempre, mga kababaihan, ang galing mo, panalo ka. This is your host, Ellen Perez, and we are coming live here in Pasig. And of course, Woman at Work is a show to educate, encourage, empower, and elevate the women in different industries across the globe. And what women want from work, like women want calling, purpose, women want flexibility in where, and how they work. Women want real relationship, real leadership, opportunities as well. Ayan. And of course, meaningful connection to support other women, equal opportunities to all. Hello everyone! Medyo magpagising muna tayo kasi mga mami dyan ay medyo inaantok pa. Bumabawi ng tulog, that's alright. Good morning, gising-gising po tayo mga mamshi. What's for breakfast? What's for brunch? Ayan, I'm pretty much sure naghahanda po kayo today. Samahan niyo po ako sa inyong tahanan habang kayo po dyan ay nag-fried rice, o kaya naman ay nag-fried egg, o kaya naman baka naman kayo may mga oatmeal dyan. Ayan, samahan niyo po ako today. Pwede rin naman you're having your good cup of coffee. Samahan niyo ako for an hour of fun, excitement, entertainment, education, and of course, empowering women. Diba? Yan ang ating trust naman as a host. And of course, keeping everyone informed as well on how people find their strength from their desperation also to becoming an inspiration, making their struggles into their strength. All right. And of course, this is our third episode for Women at Work live in TNC. Of course, we have our Facebook and YouTube channel. Please follow us, the new channel in Facebook and in TNC, in YouTube. TNC is a live stream platform of inspirational shows for people on the go. Our mission is to inspire, transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. All right. Okay, so today, October 10, nakakatuwa naman dahil, bakit nga ba, akmang-akma, today is October 10, and it is the celebration of World Mental Health campaign. Ayan. So we're promoting World Mental Health Campaign. Today is October 10. Ayan. And of course, with that, we will have our special guest na talaga namang akmang-akma. Diba? Talagang the universe aligned and collide para naman po for today's celebration of World Mental Health. Eh, siya ang ating guest. Talagang sabi ko nga talagang very fitting na siya ang talagang ating maging guest kasi talagang siya speaks of her advocacy. She really promotes it, and at the same time, she really adhere to it, and without doubts and any questions about it, talagang if you say mental health, siya yung parang kumbaga green heart, di ba? Siya yung talagang we can say that speaks about it, talks about it, and of course, she's the one who really represents it. Ayan. She's a good friend, of course, and also she's a registered nurse. She's based from Canada she was based in Canada and now moved in Manila, Philippines. Alamin natin kung bakit niya napiling pumunta rito, manalig dito, or magstay dito sa Philippines, di ba? Ayan. So, kilalanin natin siya. But before that, let me, of course, share with you our hashtags. Please, while watching, you can share our hashtags as well, or use the hashtags Women at Work, Women Empowerment, Women Goals, hashtag the new channel, hashtag the See the New You, and hashtag TNC Now. Ayan. All right. So, as I was saying, our special guest is she is a trained and practiced professionally and as a registered nurse in Canada. Now in the Philippines, she practices holistic health and wellness coach in pursuit of better health. Kaya naman, Wellness Essential ang ating segment today in observance of Mental Health Month or World Mental Health celebration. And with a passion in health promotion, she has a special interest in diabetes and mental health management. She is also a public speaker and active Rotary member. She advocates for informed self-care and mental wellness. Without further ado, family and friends, dear audience, dear viewers, let's welcome Funfair for Coach Glenda Dela Cruz. Right from Shaong. Hi, Coach.
Hi, Coach Helen. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Nakakatuwa. Nakakatuwa, nakaka-excite. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Yeah, and aren't you happy that imagine of all the dates talaga naman today 10-10-2020, 10-10-2020, which is of course a celebration of World Mental Health.
Yes.
You are my guest. Isn't it very fitting?
It is. I'm actually, I didn't realize because time is just flying, right? I didn't realize that today is that, which is funny because about 5-6 years ago, on this day, I was out in Mohawk College promoting mental health to the students. And I'm out there walking around on campus, really talking to them about, hey, how's your mental health? Hey, checking in with how they're doing really with their mental wellness. And so it is it's interesting how 6 years ago, fast forward to now, and here I am on the same day, different year, and still speaking about my advocacy, still speaking about mental health, mental wellness. And my hope is to kind of just share some of my insights on my experience and also just my personal and also professional to hopefully inspire others who need some support on their mental health, because that is so needed nowadays. So I'm really happy to be here, and I'm so happy to be here on this day, 10/10/2020. How beautiful are those numbers? I think the universe just really aligned us together, Coach Ellen. So thank
Yes, indeed. There, di ba? Nakakatuwa talaga. And yeah,
you.
you mentioned, let's go back. That's the university you mentioned that is in Canada, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, bring
So
us back there. Bring us back there. I want to understand. I mean, I think for those who are watching us, you grew up there, you studied there, everything there. I mean, why in Canada? Why leave Philippines then? Share us your journey.
okay, Coach. Um, so I'm gonna tell my story, and I used to tell. There was a point in my life when I would share my story, this story, and I would cry. And I am hoping that I've healed, I've done some healing, that I won't cry. And this is live. So if I do, that's okay. That's still okay. But really, I went to Canada when I was 13, 12, 13, and I was adopted. We were family, I guess the family situation here was not quite as well. And so I was adopted to go to Canada to study and to make better of myself, and so that I could help lift my family out of poverty. So at a very young age, I went to Canada and pretty much stayed with people who I knew they were relatives, but really didn't have that personal connection with them. So anyway, so fast forward, I lived there. I went to school there, and I think the separation from my mother, who I was really connected with, we had a really good bond. We were still connected, but back then was writing letters, and to get your letters, it would take about a month to get your letters, and then for you to write a letter back, it would take another month. So back then there was no instantaneous communication that we have now. So we are so blessed now, blessed and not so, with the instant communication now, right? But back then it really took a while for my mom and I to communicate. So again, fast forwarding, it was a bit of a turmoil, a challenge for me growing up away from my family, even though I was in such a good, opportunity. I was in a land of opportunity, and I was able to make better of myself in terms of education and professionally. But I think I got lost a little bit because I didn't have the guidance. But anyhow, so I ended up being there, and I ended up I guess journeying alone. And when you're journeying alone, you kind of get lost sometimes. And so I lost my way, but came back, and I got to a point where I said, I'm gonna be uh, I'm gonna be kinder to myself, and kind of not be so toxic in how I am with myself and others. So I went back to school thinking, okay, what is it that I'm going to go back to school for? I already had started my family. And so it was really a goal of, okay, what can I do to support my family and also to support my family here? Because really that was the main motivator for me to go to Canada. And at that time, when I was trying to decide what is next for me, my mom was having some health issues. And so obviously, right off the bat, it was nurse. I was going to be a nurse. So I went into nursing. And and I think in my nursing career, my nursing practice, that's when I really developed the passion for health promotion. I um, I I spent about 6 months, which is such a short time. I spent 6 months working at a hospital setting, and I was in a medical surgical unit, and it was really high paced, like really, lots of actions happening, just really taking care taking care of patients who were in critical conditions, trying to get them to a more stable condition. And after some time, I really felt that it wasn't the place for me to do a good job. I felt that it was almost not a lost cause, but I felt that I wanted to spend my time more effectively in helping my clients, because when you're in the hospital setting, it's all about crisis intervention, and I wanted to be a little bit more proactive. And so I moved from hospital setting to out in the community. And out in the community, I discovered health promotion, disease prevention. And so I just kind of took on these different jobs that create partnership with people out in the community. And as I was helping them get to their better health, get to healing, I spent a lot of time educating and guiding them to how can they what changes can they make so that they can improve on the way they take care of themselves, which will then have an positive impact on their health. And so all that stuff was happening. And I was actually really consumed with how do I help my clients more, how do I give more, because I saw a lot of suffering. And the stories of my clients, especially when they're at the at their end stage, a lot of them would say to me, I wish I had known, I wish I had been told, or I wish. It was kind of like, in retrospect, I wish I had done something different. And so here I am, fast forward, here I am, here I am talking with people and saying, yes, you can do something different. And what is it that you need to do those things that's different so that your health can be better? But yeah, so I worked in campus where I supported students, college students, university students, on really just with general health. So whether it's mental health, a lot of the stuff was relational support that they needed. Of course, substance use. Also, just really managing their time, separation from home, even like sex education. A lot of people were coming in from different countries. And so Canada is such a different, the practice is different. So there was a lot of confusion for a lot of kids who were coming in from countries that were a little bit more conservative. And so they come to Canada and it's like, whoa, it's like almost free for all, which it's not, because it gets them into a different kind of hot water, right? So it was really supporting them in that department, kind of like a holistic approach, really depending on what the students are experiencing. So that's kind of fast forwarding to that particular practice, so that particular work that I did with the students. But I had other jobs. I was always looking for opportunities that I felt I could do a good job, and I could create a much more impact. I never really settled for jobs that were just simply kind of pushing the meds or changing catheters or anything like that. I really wanted to support my clients into getting to their better health. And so that took a lot of education and patience and guiding. So did I answer your question, Coach Ellen?
Yes, in fact, I'm really enjoying listening to it. And I was about to say, and I just want to have your moment to shine and share your stories for everyone to hear, and really for them to see that, like what you have said, you've just shared with us. You looked at adoption in a different angle as something of a blessing. You look at the opportunity there in staying in Canada and helping yourself be educated. It's really not just really establishing yourself, but in the future, eventually people will be able to come to you for any assistance, support. And really, it's beautiful when you say that you're kind of lost, the vulnerability of your heart. I really admire you, Coach Glenda, when you say that you're kind of lost, and that eventually, you really have to find yourself, see the right track, the path, and then also eventually help other people. At the end of the day, that's what it is. Yung intent of your heart really to let people be out of that space of uncertainty to the space of certainty. And yun nga, yung sinashare mo kanina, you have your struggles, and now for the people in your own sanctuary, in your own space, in your own realm, in your own in the community that you're evolving right now. You are helping them really, figure out what is this problem that they are having mentally or physically, and yeah, I'm just in admiration to you, Coach Glenda, when you really take that step of coming in to help your mom, as a registered nurse and all of those things, and really also extending it to the community and to other people and to students out there. Very beautiful. Ayan, talaga naman, nakakatuwa. With that fanfare, it's really beautiful. Coach, yun nga, as I have mentioned earlier, talaga naman very fitting na you are our guest for Women at Work. Those who are watching us, please share the video, like, and also if you have any questions, comments, just type in it there below and we will, of course, acknowledge it. Of course, we will mention it, and at the same time, if this is the right time or right moment to inquire or ask, because Coach Glenda really manifest and magnify her advocacy and profession, and really her heart is really for essential wellness, right?
Yeah.
Ayan,
Yeah.
so nakwento mo na yan journey mo kung bakit ka nandyan sa Canada and all. Before we proceed, let's have some game. Ayan, para naman medyo exciting. Ayan, let's have what we call wow. Ayan, wow. Ang ating wow Q&A for this time. All right, so I have here some board colors.
Okay.
Ayan. So Q&A
Question and
is
answer. I love it.
question and action, di ba? Alam mo naman tayo, we are action-oriented. Love in action. So, all right. So can you flash the color board? All right, Coach Glenda, choose your color.
I will
Para
choose. Alam mo na. Alam mo na. I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna use. Well, alam mo na, Coach. So maybe I should defer, but no, I'll choose green. I choose green. I try to look at things in a very meaningful way, and when I look at things, it's like, what does it mean? So whether it's number, colors, just situations, right? So I choose green because it is the color for healing and balancing. So green, go green.
Woo! Very well said, Coach Glenda. Yes, it's green because of its healing, di ba? Ang galing, di ba? Those who are watching us, at least you have an idea. I mean, that color represents healing and balance. All right, so what's behind color green? Let us see. And that is question. All right. So I'll give you a question. So the question is, what keeps you busy nowadays, and have you adjusted in the new normal? Alam naman natin may crisis, di ba? May pandemic. So have you adjusted in the new normal, and what's keeping you busy?
Yes. Have we had crisis? Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah,
parang walang crisis. Parang hindi mo nararamdaman ba, Coach? Pero really, there is, right?
You know, Coach, I think what keeps me busy, like you're right, I don't, itong crisis natin, itong pandemic, I think I was more affected by knowing how others would be experiencing the crisis and the pandemic, like the whole change, right? And it was actually what triggered my first live. I didn't do lives before. I was not comfortable. I questioned myself a lot. And there was just a lot of thoughts flowing that, oh, I can't do live, right? So so my first live in the pandemic, when it hit Metro Manila, the quarantine, March 15th, I believe, I went live because I was pushed. It was like a call to action to like give some information and guidance to kind of just help people to look at this quarantine a little bit more with more tools, right? Because there's so many things that could go wrong, and I could just see it, and so I said I need to do something to help the situation. And so yeah, I this pandemic, I think I look at this, pandemic as just another challenge, and it's just another crisis. Yes, it's in a bigger scale, and yes, it's affected so many people, and of course acknowledging all the suffering and the pain that has gone on. But to me, I look at it as another challenge, and when I look at a challenge, I look at, okay, what can I do to mitigate? There's always risks, there's always all these things that could go wrong, but when I see a challenge, yes, there's an instant reaction of like, oh my god. But then after that, it's okay, what can I do to help the situation? And so I don't think I really was affected as much by this particular experience because I already practiced that way. I think my existence is already in a sense that when something is happening, I will pause and catch my breath and then think of, okay, what is the next best thing? And we never really know that it is best until you do it, right? And so being good to myself, if it was a mistake, I just kind of reshuffle and reshift. But in terms of what am I keeping busy with, I think that is such a mind shifting question because I think before when I didn't spend too much time on myself and not really understanding what that means, I would probably answer that question and say, "Oh, I do this, and I do that." Right? But now, I I'm more clear with what I want to happen. I'm more clear with what is important to me. So what I spend time on is, I would rather say that rather than busy. What I spend time on are things that would help me get to my ultimate goal. And those things change in different times depending on what situations arise, right? So I kind of look at, okay, I spend time on things that are important, right? And I spend time on things that are important. Like I use this little matrix. If it's important and not urgent, it's probably what I need to be spending time on because that will get me to what I really want to have in the future. Like that's my goal. And then I look at, okay, what is important and urgent, and those are the ones that I attend to because it's urgent and it's important. So I spend time on that. So I would pay attention to that, like on a day-to-day basis. I would pay attention to that, and I have a lot of things going on in my household. I do have a challenge with mental health, supporting a loved one with a mental health. So really, I have to be mindful of what any critical situations that are coming up. I need to address it so that it doesn't escalate. So I spend time on that, and then I spend time on things that matter to me that will get me towards what I want to accomplish. And right now, what I want to accomplish is really having a place of healing where I can, it will serve a purpose for my family. And also it's a place where other people can come if they feel like they need healing. So that I spend time on. And then there are other things that are distractions and interruptions. So if it's not important, I try not to spend time on them. If it is important but not urgent, then I just kind of I prioritize, right? But yeah, that's a long answer, Coach Ellen. But really, what I spend time on are different things depending on where they are at in my matrix of things to do and things to be. So, did I answer your question?
Yes, indeed, very much. Thank you, Coach Glenda. I like that. I really appreciate when you say that what's keeping you busy and how mindful you are, especially for those who are watching us. This is like a suggestive way on how you really combat and be mindful and protect yourself as well in the current situation of changes, challenges, and crisis. When I like that when you say that you are really focusing on what's important, what's the priority, what is it that you need to attend to, right?
Yes.
What is it that's I mean, those who are watching us can really help this a lot. Instead of really looking into the details or the situations of the problem or the cause of COVID, yes, we acknowledge the situation, we acknowledge the fear, we acknowledge the threat of
Yeah.
life and health, but really focusing yourself more on what is it that really matters most is that you're mentally fit and physically
Yeah.
fit as well. All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
with that, there are some viewers who are watching us. Say SP, hello, Coach Glenda Dela Cruz. Hi, SP, thank you for watching.
She's
Yes,
my
share this video.
doTERRA
Yeah.
queen, diamond. She's my doTERRA diamond.
Hello. Thank you for watching. Share this video. We'll come back shortly. We'll just have to have a break. We'll interact more with, of course, Coach Glenda De La Cruz so that we'll get to know further our wellness essentials. And, of course, be mindful, especially today we are celebrating World Mental Health Day. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Thank you once again, TNC. And of course, you can catch and watch this the TNC stream channel. We are in Facebook, the new channel, and also in YouTube. And of course, here our shows and our shows, a line of shows that inspiring shows, beautiful shows that you can watch and of course learn about our different shows that you can enjoy it as well. We have the big picture. This is every Mondays to Fridays at 7 p.m. Shares inspiring stories of notable personalities. We also have HR Hotline every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That's 1 p.m. Introduces us to the world of human resources management. The family business have an insightful start Saturday afternoon because the family business is everyone's business. That's 4 p.m. The fourth project is about life, business, and success stories live from Dubai, UAE. That's 6 p.m. or 10 p.m. Philippines on Saturdays. Usapang Beauty is about beauty beyond what your eyes can see. That's every Thursdays and Saturdays, 5:30 p.m. Of course, another show that's very timely is COVID Stories. The world has faced an unprecedented pandemic. Time to hear positive testimonies straight from those who recovered from the disease. That's every Saturdays, 10:30 a.m. U-Turn, discover your life purpose and learn from the others' turnaround stories by tuning in to U-Turn, Mondays and Thursdays, 10:30 a.m. The Home Buyer is where you hear remarkable stories about building and owning a property, Mondays and Thursdays, that's 4 p.m. And of course, for our kids, everyone's at home, the puppet stories. Laugh, learn through the puppet stories, Mondays, 5:30 p.m. Marketplace, magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil bukas na ang TNC, ang online night bazaar. That's Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m. YOLO is for all of us to understand that law is fun and cool. That's Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. All right. Also, we have Money and More. Watch and learn Money and More streaming live from the Philippines and the US. That's Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Philippine time, 5:30 a.m. California, USA. 2 leaders in one platform. TNC The Talk, that's Mondays, 12 noon. After Shift is Chillaction Show about your choices and lives after work. Every Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Win Within, discover and learn strategies on self-leadership to win in life through Win Within. Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Danny Art Shows, dream, achieve, nurture, and inspire. Tag your kids along and watch the Danny Art Shows. That's Fridays, 5:30 p.m. Foreign Affairs, Global Issues, Common Interests, Learn Together Across Borders, Foreign Affairs, streaming on Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Healthline, because of course health is wealth, on Wednesdays and Fridays, that's 4 p.m. More upcoming shows, of course, here in TNC, like Awesome Day, Cybernext, TechU, and GGNO, or Good Girls Night Out. Catch also our TNC original shows such as One Day, an inspiring 30-minute storytelling. It alternates with TNC Town Hall, co-hosted by TNC founders Lloyd and Apple. This shows is where we talk to you, our valued audience, about our shows on TNC. More upcoming TNC shows that will truly inspire you. So please follow us on our channel follow our channel that's on Facebook and YouTube, and let us of course help you see the new you. Di ba nga naman? And that is hashtag TNC, the new channel, hashtag see the new you. Ayan, good morning once again. And of course, this is your host, Ellen Perez, for Women at Work. Ayan, di ba? Ang galing mo, panalo ka. All right, so let's put back our beautiful guest. And of course, this is in relation, of course, in our celebration of World's Mental Health Day, which is 10/10/2020. Let's, of course, talk to our wellness essentials, our better living coach, Coach Glenda Dela Cruz. Hello, welcome back.
Hi.
And of course, she is
Welcome back.
live in Chaong, Quezon. Ayan.
Ah.
Coach, thank you for that. And those who are watching us, feel free to comment. Ayan. Feel free to, if you have any questions or anything that you would like to share with us, just comment it. And of course, we'll be more than happy to share it to everyone as well. Coach Joy Karen is watching. Hello, Coach Joy. Thank you so much. Good to see you here. Ayan. And then we have others who are watching us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Coach Glenda, ayan. Why going back to Manila, Philippines? I mean, the way you shared it earlier, you said that, kumbaga, you have grown there in Canada, you have learned so many things, doon ka natuto, namulat, nalaman ng advocacy mo, doon ka naging registered nurse and all. Tell us your journey. I mean, ano yung kwento? Bakit mo naisipang bumalik sa roots mo? Why go back to Philippines?
It's been a long journey, right? As I'm talking, I have to have a disclaimer. I have dogs. I live with dogs, so I apologize for them barking. But yes,
That's all right. I think, di ba, that's pet therapy as well, right?
Oh, for sure. And this is live and this is real. So this is beautiful. Yeah. But yeah. So why come back, right? Because I had such a good I had such a good life in Canada. I had a great job. I was actually, it took me some time to get to a position where I was actually, in the management role. I was, I was happy with the roles that I've embarked on, and I did. I was a diabetes educator. I was supporting mental health for students, and so I was, I should be happy, right? Of course, the financial aspect of it comes. I think it was never a goal for me to pursue more money, but it was really a goal for me to pursue a job that I really enjoy and that I feel like I'm giving back and I'm able to give myself and feel that I made a difference in someone's lives. So why I left is really so personal journey. My my son my son developed a condition, and it was difficult to manage back in Canada. And so he was diagnosed with psychosis at first, and then later on became schizophrenia. And I know I have probably some viewers that will um, make judgment, and I'm actually okay with that because human nature is that we judge. But I am sharing my story, and it is not to broadcast. I am sharing my story because my experience in supporting my son through this journey has been really difficult. And so to fast forward, I would like to help other family members, other parents to support them, to empower them that it's not a condition where, yes, it is heartbreaking at times, but it is a condition that can be managed given that you have the right tools, the right support, the right people around you, and that you're taking care of yourself. So that's kind of the reason why I'm back here, is because the environment in Canada I did not feel was conducive to my son's healing. Uh, Even though it is a good place, there is a lot of pros and cons to how the mental health care system there work. And they're there for a reason. The system is there for a reason, to avoid patient abuse. However, it's kind of gone, the pendulum has kind of swung the other way, that then the family members, who I believe play a really good, important role in supporting their loved ones, especially when they're going through this kind of chronic condition. The family members have sort of not been supported. And I believe that family members need to also be supported, like proactively. And so there was a point in time when it was the right time that my son wanted to come back. And so I jumped on that opportunity because me as a sole provider, even though I have a partner and I'm very blessed to have my partner supporting me, it really was me that was taking care of my son. And it was really not healthy for me mentally and physically to do that on my own and also work at the same time. I was no longer performing to the best of my ability, and I was actually suffering as well. Mentally, I was suffering. So my mental health was becoming poor. And so I decided it's time to bring my son here. And I left him here for a little bit, and I went back to Canada for a year to try to continue on with my Canadian life. But along with my partner, we decided that it's best for me to come here to be with my son and take care of him. So that's kind of a short story, actually, to what has transpired. But I am back here because of I feel that the setting, the carefree living here in the Philippines, how we are with accepting challenges, the way we're resilient, I feel that is more helpful in getting my son through his recovery. And of course, it's all a process, and it's always like kind of like a roller coaster ride. But I'm here because of my son, and I think there's a reason as well. Coming back for about 3 years now, I see so many gaps in healthcare, and so that's kind of what I want to be working. Not kinda. It's what I want to be working towards. Is how can I fill that gap? There's so much education that needs to happen. There's so much awareness that needs to happen, not just for physical health, but also for mental health, right? So there's so much stigma. Like when I say mental health, I feel people kind of tense up, and right away there's like a defense wall that gets built up. So I kind of wanna work on raising awareness on better health, and also establish a system that will help people, empower people to make better choices, so that down the line, there's less suffering. So it's like your future self thanking you for doing the things that you will do now. So it's a bit of a process, but I believe that I've gone through the process. And so I would like to really inspire others to do the same, because I think if we don't go through the process and if we don't make changes, we will end up just being part of the statistics, and the statistics are not showing good things. The statistics are showing that chronic conditions are on the rise, not just physical health, but also mental health. It's saying that after this COVID, mental health is going to be a big issue. So here we are talking about this, and on Global Mental Health Day. So how beautiful is that? It truly needs attention, but we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it openly. But it's so easy to say that because we're just saying it. There's actually technique to it, and there's a lot of internal work that needs to happen for us to be able to open up and talk about it. We say don't judge, but really it's like we judge. It's part of our human nature to judge, because every day we're kind of going through our day making decisions. So there's some level of judgment there. So in terms of mental health or just your physical health, it's really about being aware of your judgment and what you're going to do with that judgment. Like, what is it telling you? And perhaps use that as a fuel to choose the actions that you're going to be taking. So that's what I call informed care.
Yes.
So
thank
I
you.
said a lot.
Wow. Yeah, that's wonderful, Coach Glenda. I couldn't say anything else except really I admire your heart for your vulnerability, for sharing your personal milestone, the strength, and amidst that, your interest into helping other people as well. Those who are going the same struggles for changes and challenges as what you're currently experiencing. I'm in awe and really admiration for inspiring all of us on this. Before our tears get to fall because of really the beauty of our conversation, the authenticity. We'll be right back, dear viewers, and of course we are acknowledging all your comments. Stay tuned. Thank you so much. And of course, this is your host, Ellen Perez, and you're still watching Woman at Work here in TNC. Of course, the live stream platform of inspirational shows for people on the go. And of course, Woman at Work, as you can see, we are established for having a meaningful connection to support other women with equal opportunities to all. And in line with World um, in observation of World Mental Health Day, which is today, 10/10/2020. I'd like to invite everyone where you can catch me this month of October. I'll be having a webinar, and it's preparing yourself amidst crisis. Please catch me. I'll be having a webinar on. It's a webinar, yes, for mental health awareness, and you can connect with Limitless Power Coach for the details. That's going to be on October 28th, Wednesday. And yeah, just message me. You can also message Limitless Power Coach. That's mental health awareness for October 28th. That's preparing yourself during and after any crisis. All right. So mental wellness during and after a crisis. You can catch me on October 28th. It's going to be a webinar. Connect with Limitless Power Coach, or you can message me to avail your slot. And really, this is very timely because, yes, this month we are observing World Mental Health. Kaya naman po, iniimbitahan namin po kayong lahat. Register and join. You can contact Limitless Power Coach, or you can message me. My Facebook page is Ellen Perez Life Coach. Thank you so much. All right. We have our viewers who are watching us. Sabi ni Jopet Perion, hi G. Catherine Kahandi, good morning. Thank you so much, Sunshine Friends, for watching. Heidi Alvarez, good morning, beautiful coaches. Thank you for tuning in, Jopet. Also, thank you for watching. Heidi Alvarez says, I appreciate your vulnerability in sharing your story, Coach Glenda Dela Cruz, and your heart to serve others. I remember your message me months ago when I lost my father. Appreciate it so much. Yan. Hello, Viola. My alopecia sister, Ate Viola, hello. Thank you for watching. Please, thank you for taking care of Nanay. And also, hello to my mama, Papa, Mama Dal, Papa Dal, Nina, to other family members. Ayan, thank you so much for watching. And of course, going back to Coach Glenda, our guest. Thank you. Hello, Coach Glenda. Thank you for that. Yes, I really appreciate what you have mentioned earlier. So, in that, let's have another round of a game. Para medyo ma-relax ka dahil alam ko paiyak ka na. But of course, that's tears of authenticity, tears of vulnerability, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, actually, Coach, I know, like, people think you're gonna, like, yung paiyak, no? But actually, it's amazing because as I'm telling my story, I remember days, like, I remember moments before where I would say the same story and I am in tears and I can't even talk. So it's really good to even see and witness myself talking about this and not be in tears. Still, obviously, emotions are running, but not be in tears. So it just tells me that I have done some deeper healing. So I'm happy and I'm blessed. And so thank you for this opportunity to actually help me realize that I've done I've done a little bit more deep healing. So thank you, Coach.
All right. No, yeah, better. Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you also. Let's have another fun game. Ayan. Labasan natin ang ating, wow, Q&A, question and answer. Again, please choose a color in our board. Color board. What color?
I'm gonna choose yellow for its brightness and continuous energy.
All right, and yellow has, let's see if it is, action. All right, wonderful, beautiful. All right, can you, ayan, we have just for 2 minutes, or 3 minutes, 3 minutes will do. Can you act, ayan, dahil nga we are observing World Health Day today of 10/10/2020. Can you show in 3 minutes? Can you act out one, yun, paano, kunyari, ako isang nanay, isang babae, medyo workaholic at busy, how can you show a basic way of to heal themselves into anxiousness? Or kunyari, sobrang gagalitin, biglang
Yeah.
natataranta, nagpapanik, or nagkakaroon ng um, biglang nagkakaroon ng yung stress, nagagalit or so. Can you show a simple routine on how to combat this
Yes.
stress,
Yes.
anxiousness, anger? Please show us. Time
I'd
to
love
act.
Yes, I'd love to. First, this is a practice that I have been doing for quite some time now, and something that a female monk showed me. And I have learned as well to incorporate this practice with essential oils, aromatherapy, to help enhance the effect of what it is that I'm doing, which is calming, right? So, really, when you are in a state of chaos, and I think we can all relate to that feeling of chaos. Every now and then, we get to that feeling of chaos, right? And right away, there's a tendency to want to like react or lash out or just do whatever, right? To get yourself out of that state. But what I do is really just take a pause. The power of pausing is so, so important. And just really taking a pause and just really acknowledge that, yes, there is this thing that's causing you to feel chaotic. But just for this moment, taking a moment to just kind of go back inside within you, try to draw that inner peace that is within you. So if you are in the midst of chaos, and this is what I do, if I can't run, then I sit. And I sit still and just really start to notice my breath. And it's simply just feeling your breath. And if you have like an essential oil, so I do have essential oil, right? So what I do is I have frankincense. I drop a drop or two on the palm of my hand and I breathe it in. That gets all that natural chemical compounds that's naturally occurring. It goes into my limbic system that will have a beautiful effect in the relaxing state that you are looking for, I'm looking for. So breathing that in and just mindfully breathing, taking notice of the pace of your breath, right? And if you notice that your breath is fast, intentionally bringing your pace a little bit slower. So taking a little bit longer to inhale and then holding it at the top and exhaling nice and gentle, releasing the breath. Okay. And really this practice is just connecting with your breath. So really feeling the air moving in through your nose and then releasing it nice and gentle out either through your nose or out your mouth. Okay, and then you will notice that thoughts, stress, noise, they will come and they are there. But for that moment, make it 5 minutes of acknowledging that they are there, but allow them to pass like clouds in the sky, right? And then always going back to your breath. So this is a practice that I do, just simply connecting back to the breath, slowing down the pace of my breath, and then just sitting still, allowing thoughts to come, being aware of those thoughts and feelings, acknowledging that they come, also realizing that they go. And you are still there breathing. And for as long as you can do that, if you can give yourself 5 minutes of doing that practice, If you can afford more, that would be beautiful. If you can do half an hour, that would be beautiful. And that
Wow.
doing that practice is really just, it calms everything down, because we're also like, we're dysregulated,
Yes.
regulated.
Yes.
Really need a practice
Wow.
that brings us down. And it's simply just the breath. We don't even have to think of all kinds of thoughts, because the thoughts will
Yes.
come, but
Yeah.
it's the breath that you, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my practice. So I hope
Thank
that,
you. Yeah. Thank you so much for that love in action. And really, doing this game with me, it's not just really about the game of acting it, but really sharing it to us on how to really be mindful by doing pause and focusing on your breathing. Greatly appreciate it. Fun. Sobrang
yeah.
nakalma ako. Right. Di ba? It's really relaxing. And we do that really. Yeah, we encourage everyone. This is an invitation from Coach Glenda and myself really to pause. Palalo na po for those women at work. Do it 5 minutes
Yes.
every morning, every at lunch break or at nighttime. You deserve to pause. Just really focus on the breathing, right? Go ahead,
Yeah.
Coach Glenda. For those who are watching us or those who are interested to really help them connect on themselves, if there's anyone who watching us, might need your support or your help in terms of mental conditions or any other
Yeah.
thing, please let us know. Invite our viewers or those who are watching us. Where can they see you? Where can they send an email to you or inquire about products or services that you can provide them? Go ahead.
Yeah. So for you, who is needing mental refuge, and so when I say mental refuge, is just really mental balancing, mental calmness. If you are needing this, if you've been wanting to feel this, connect with me, and at least we can have a conversation of how you're feeling. And it's a simple conversation of how you're feeling, and then really exploring your deepest desire about how you really want to feel. And then I can partner with you in exploring all kinds of different ways in how to get you to how you really want to feel. And not just with mental health, but I mean, mental health is such a huge thing right now that we need to be really proactive with, because we know that early intervention is the key. And when we delay, it gets a little bit more complicated. Not that you can't recover. It's just a little bit more work. So earlier the better to get help. So to connect with me, I do have a Facebook platform, Wellness Essentials with Glenda Dela Cruz. My email is betterhealthcoachg@gmail.com, because it's all about better health. If we do not do anything, if we do not change anything, 5 years down the line, picture yourself where your health will be. And so we have to take a proactive approach if you want to, 5 years down the line, still be feeling vitality and energy and continuing to do what it is that you enjoy doing. So yeah, so those are my two ways you can connect with me. And my number, I don't know if I can give my number, but I give my number. It's 0936 948 9671. So if you need to be supported mentally, you're not sure what's happening, you've had some diagnosis and you're not sure what it means, you want to know how to manage better, there is help, and I advocate for natural solutions. And of course, not disregarding the medical part, because we do need that sometimes, but I do incorporate a lot of things, different modalities, to help you get to where you want to be, like to where you want to feel. So but it starts with a conversation, and so I hope that helps.
Thank
And
you
what
so much. Yeah.
yeah,
It helped a lot. Thank you, Coach Glenda. I really appreciate it. For those who are watching us, she shared her information. Please connect with her because help is available. And yes, as we celebrate World Mental Health Awareness, thank you so much. I really appreciate my honor. Dear Coach Angel, my coaching angel, this connectivity this pureness, and of course, this meaningful conversation as well and connection.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Coach Glenda. See you again next time. Have a
Yeah.
beautiful weekend. God
Thank
bless. Thank you so much. And for
you.
those, yes, thank you. And for those who have watched us, thank you so much. This is another beautiful episode of Meaningful Connection, equal opportunities to all for, of course, all women out there. We are here to help you, inspire you, encourage you, empower you, and of course, elevate you and transform you to your better and greater version. This is your host, Ellen Perez, shining for God to be a light for others. Join us again next week for another Woman at Work. Ang galing mo, panalo ka. Happy weekend! Bye everyone!